Coming up in Caribbean Newsline, regional travelers could be in for a bumpy ride as Liat pilots lose patience with management. St. Lucia opposition leader scores a major victory in the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. And in sport, world champions Italy draw in their opening World Cup match.
It's the start of a brand new week. Time to get you up to speed on the latest developments across the region in this, the June 14th edition of Caribbean Newsline. With your news, I'm Kamar Jordan. Our top story, fresh trouble on the horizon for regional airline Liat as management and pilots are once again on an obvious collision course. Nearly 1 year after their protracted dispute was referred to binding arbitration, there's still no word of a settlement. But new sparks appear to be flying over matters of pay. This is fueling strong concern that it could spell industrial action, which means problems for regional travelers. CMC's Ben Mead reports.
From the looks of things, the Liat pilots are not at all happy. In fact, you could say they are downright frustrated. Late yesterday, their association issued a statement to the media in which the pilots went as far as to warn they would withdraw their enthusiasm and issue strong resentment. This has been interpreted by the company to mean the dreaded I phrase, industrial action could be looming. But when contacted by CMC earlier this afternoon, the chairman of the Airlines Pilots Association, Captain Michael Blackburn, assured that no mandate has been issued for pilots to embark on industrial action, even though he said his members were close to their breaking point, having agreed with management to take their issues to arbitration last year.
In my opinion, after 30 years, in the opinion of the Executive Council, it is virtually impossible to get pilots to be enthusiastic and to come to work happy and smiling in the face of contempt of our contract and contempt of the laws of Antigua and Barbuda and discrimination against certain pilots. And the refusal of the company to meet, to negotiate, and to agree on certain items. And let me say again, none of the issues now have anything to do with the arbitration process.
Blackburn says the ongoing dispute relates to vacation rights and public holiday pay, which fall outside the arbitration process. He accuses Liat of refusing to respect the provisions of the Antigua and Barbuda Labor Code on this issue and of blatantly refusing to come to the table.
Saying that they can't afford to pay. I have a letter from Mr. Challenger saying that due to the financial constraints of Liat, they will not be paying. Point blank. So he's not going to meet to discuss the matter. Well, my members have told me to tell him to meet me by the 15th. And I will report to them tomorrow or certainly by the end of the week what the company's position is. But I'm giving them every possible opportunity to maintain a cordial relationship with us. But you cannot expect an employee and an employer to have a happy relationship if the employer is going to say, I owe you money, I'm not paying you, and I'm not even discussing paying with you. Then you're going to have problems.
He insists that the patience of the pilots is running thin.
This is now 13 years, and we have shown great restraint. Spirit Air is on strike right now. Within the last week, the British Jazz, which is a part of Air Canada, has issued a strike notice. 99% vote to strike. Their contract is 3 years old because they said the company's dragging it for over a 3-year contract. This is 13 years. We've been going. Not only that, an order of the court has said that this arbitration should have been completed since the 30th of September last year. The pilots could have taken industrial actions months ago because in defiance of because we said, look, this is what the court, we have not done so.
The pilots are giving the airline until tomorrow to respond to their concerns. Ben Mead, CMC News.
Thanks, Ben. Well, in a swift reaction today, the airline's management warned that now is not the time for industrial action. The company also said it was committed to resolving all issues with its pilots under the procedures set out in the collective agreement between the pilots union, LIALPA, and the company. Liat's acting CEO, Brand Challenger, said the statement by the pilots was particularly disappointing since, in his estimation, there were no major issues outstanding presently before the parties that could warrant the disruptive effects of any industrial action by the pilots on the public or on the airline. He also questioned the wisdom of initiating unwarranted industrial action at a time when the regional and international economies were under stress and strain. Challenger further cautioned that the first to feel the impact of any industrial action by the pilots will be the small man. He singled out the taxi driver, the hotel worker, the airport vendor, saying in this context, one must really question any action that would harm so many soft interests. Mr. Challenger emphasized that LIAT's management remained committed to a fair and equitable working relationship with its pilots and all other groups of employees, and called on LIALPA's leadership to show maturity, responsibility, and commitment to the company at this time.